A tutorial by LearnFast Studios.
In this session, let us try to learn about how we can implement stack using Python. Let's get started. Stack is a linear data structure in which insertion and deletion performed at one end called as a top end. Insertion operation in stack is called as push, whereas in deletion operation is called as an pop. Top is the pointer which points to the topmost element in the stack. Base pointer is another pointer which points to the beginning location in the stack. Max size denotes the maximum number of elements which can be stored in the stack. If the number of elements in the stack exceeds the maximum size, then that condition is said to be overflow condition. If there are no elements in the stack, then this condition is said to be underflow condition. We can define the class stack by taking the private members such as data, top pointer, initially this top pointer is initialized with -1 to enable insertion at the first position, and then max defines the maximum size of the stack. Insertion operation in stack is called as a push. Push function takes one argument, which is the data that has to be kept onto the top of the stack. Here element is an object which is used to refer to that data. While we are inserting, the condition that we need to verify is the overflow condition. To check whether we reach to the maximum size or not, we are verifying the top pointer reaches to the maximum or not after insertion. So that is why we write down the condition like if top plus 1 is greater than or equal to max. If it is less than maximum, then there is some more space for us to insert the element. For inserting the element, we use the insert function using the index value, the top value. Before we insert, we increment the top pointer by 1 and then we insert the data element over there. Now let us check whether this push function is properly working or not. In order to work with methods of the class, we need to define object for the class. We got a small error. Instead of writing down self.max, we wrote like an max. Since it is a member variable, we need to refer it as in self.max. Now let us see how we are able to perform the deletion operation from the stack. In the stack, insertion and then deletion will be performed only from one end, which is called as a top end. Before we try to delete the element from the stack, we first ensure that there are elements present in the stack. Since the top denotes the current element on the top of the stack, if top reaches below the 0, then we can define that it is an underflow. Otherwise, we can either return the element or we can display that element and then decrement the top pointer by 1, by means of which the next time whenever we are trying to insert the value, then we will overwrite the value which is there in the current position. Now let us check the display function, how it works. Before displaying the contents of the stack, first we will verify whether there are any elements in the stack or not. In order to display the element from the top to up to 0, we need to print all the elements and then we need to decrement the I value by 1. Right now I am using a direct function calls s1.display, s1.push, s1.pop. After verifying every single function is working fine, then we can write down a driver code. Before writing the driver code, we are just ensuring that all the functions are working according to the logic or not. Once we are clear with the point, then we start writing the driver code. Now, in this driver code, we are reading the choice. If the choice is not equal to 4, then we are repeatedly reading the choice from the input as an integer, and then we are just displaying the menu first: 1 for push, 2 for pop, 3 for display, 4 for exit. By means of this line of the code, we are able to read the choice. If the choice equal to 1, then we need to read what is the element that we have to insert and then store it into the LE, and then pass this element using the object of the stack. Now S1 is an object of the stack which is right now allocating 10 spaces. At most you can store the 10 elements. Now we need to call s1.push function with the element. If the choice is equal to 2, then we need to call the pop function. If choice equal to 3, then we need to call the display function. Initially I am just making the choice as some integer, random integer value other than 4. And then if the choice equal to 4, simply I am calling exit of 0. Okay. If none of the choice present, then I'm just displaying the invalid choice. Now let me run the code and check whether everything is working fine or not. I try to insert 10, 20, and then after every insertion I am trying to display the values. So we are trying to check the pop function, and after 10 elements popped out, it displayed the underflow. That means we have successfully completed the execution. Thank you.